Hi there guys, the last phase of this project is to come up with a computer model and then put it onto a final page. So what I'd like you to do once you've got your model is to select it all, and I would like you to move it upwards. So I'd like you to just shift it up, and you'll see there when it turns blue it remains on that blue axis and heads in an upwards direction. So once you've got it up above the horizon line there, what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple of snapshots of it. So you'll come over here to the right hand side and you'll see that there's a views. When we click on that, you're either in perspective or we can view this in parallel projection. Now in order to take these nice shots not in 3D, we're going to use parallel projection. So we're going to click on that. It will look a bit weird. And then over here you've got a number of options in terms of what you'd like to look at. The first one we're going to do is we're going to do a top view or a plan view. So you'll see there that this is what our design looks like in plan. You can go to your snip tool, which you won't be able to see there on this screen, but if you can open up the snipping tool, you'll take a snapshot of that and you're going to bring it through and put it onto a page that looks like this. So we'll have a template here for you, so you can paste that in there. Just remember, if we set it behind there, it means that we can move it around. We'll scale that a wee bit in a minute so that we know which way it's going to go. Now we also need to put an elevation in here, and remember that's going to be looking in this direction, so it's looking straight up. If I go back to the SketchUp model, so the view that we're after is actually going to be looking in there. That's the elevation that I'm going to actually draw, and that will probably be this one here, the front view. So if I go like that, now I end up with a front view. Once again, if you can get the snip tool, take a wee snapshot of that one and then put it onto this page down here. So I'm going to change that so that I can shift it about. You'll see that I need to scale it because it needs to be, if I bring it up here, it needs to be about the same width if it's going to be the same drawing. So there's my elevation, and then we need a 3D view, which if I pan round, at the moment it is in parallel projection, and a good idea would be for us to take it into perspective. So I'll come around here and I might need to get an image like that. Actually, I'm going to shift I'm just going to shift this whole design here because that axis is in the way. So I'm just going to move it over to here so that I can get a nice view looking in at my design. I'll just see if I can, where's my hand, there we go. Right, so I'm going to put that view there into my design, looking for the snip tool. There it is there, and take a shot of that and bring it in. Okay, I know I'm moving fast here, you might pick up on some of these things, or and we'll put that in there like that. Now the last thing is, if you're working in Microsoft Word, when you click on this, we can click on the picture tools up the top here and you can remove the background, and so anything that's pink on the screen here will actually disappear. Now I can mark areas that I would like to keep, so in this case, whoops, I'll go backwards again and just do that, remove the background, mark areas I would like to keep. I just draw over that and that says okay, I'd like to keep that. I'd also like to keep that little bit along there, and maybe just in that part there. And then if I say keep changes, what it's done is remove the background, and now I've got a lovely image without all that stuff around it. You can do the same for these other ones as well. Remove the background. In this case I'm going to have to draw lots of lines all over this to try and keep parts of it, so I'm not going to bother, but you get the idea that the more bits that I draw over here, it lets the computer know that there are pieces that you would like to keep as part of your design. I'll just see whether I can do this fairly swiftly. Keep all the changes. There we go. So it's probably chopped off a line through here, which is no good.